It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Aaron Jones, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Vikings and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 74 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's McCarthy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. The Vikings had 5 and 8, 3 games under 500, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On play action, now McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the number 1 overall pick leading them out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Williams. He fights him off. And this one is incomplete.
One of the things we always talk about heading into a game, who's going to set the tone early, and very early on here, we're seeing the defense is showing they're going to continue to bring pressure.
They smelled that early 3 and out, brought the pressure, and the hit forced the incompletion. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Jalen Johnson that time able to knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You look at this Bears defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The slot man in motion right.
On play action, McCarthy.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Was certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and...
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Here's Williams. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Throwing is McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
McCarthy off the play fake. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They're
was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Throwing is Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Dayo Odeyingbo has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. Complete to Addison on the out route. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Swift. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And that is incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now McCarthy.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
To the air with McCarthy.
This is caught by Addison. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Williams. And it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball down.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Santos' kick is up and through, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jordan Addison back out now as the Vikings offense set to take possession.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Once again, it's Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Addison hauls it in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Looking to throw McCarthy. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
For the Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Over on the sideline hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Play action. Now Williams. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On play action, here's Williams. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They will run straight ahead with Swift. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 55 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, this is Swift. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 91 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well. Here's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. Looking to throw is Williams.
A little short pass. This is Everett.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be first down Bears.
Throwing is Williams.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
To the air once more. Williams. Give him another one right back to Allen.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Williams.
Going back to Allen, he's got him again. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
To the air, Williams.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Williams.
Touchdown, Bears!
Rome Odunze
from 6 yards away.
And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Santos with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To the air with McCarthy. Keeps himself upright. This one swung out here to Jones. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. Nick Chubb, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Josh Downs, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Brock Purdy, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by the rookie from Michigan, J.J. McCarthy. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Williams from the gun on third down. Dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, We just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here's McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
2nd and a yard at the Bears' 38-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings 1st down as the tackle made down at the 33.
That's good for the Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Up the middle, Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him.
Will Woodard on for the Vikings field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, there's everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Bears' offense ready to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does,
and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Williams. A little short pass. This is Everett. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to throw. Williams. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Scott. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw once more. Here's Williams. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kamu Cruz-Hill getting in there and taking him down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
3rd and 9 here. Here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. An inside give to Jones. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Dances by him. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bears' 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On play action, here's Williams. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now McCarthy. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go back to the ground with Jones. A beautiful fake. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
To the air, Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Patrick Jones from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. And that will be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Going right back to Michael Thomas. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. This is Swift on the counter. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. It'll be a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line is executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, it's Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Now Jones. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Williams. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for the Vikings,
their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.